Hello everyone to the Card Haven Thursday local tournament hosted at Card Haven. We see that Safwan had a good start with set rotation. He's adding the temple to the field spell, and this round stream started after they had started playing, so I can't tell you what exactly Safwan said to Jose's side, but it's kind of irrelevant because Mitsurugi doesn't play any field spells. So let's see. So he ends up summoning the man, which let's see here. So all the Odion cards, Apophis, stuff like that, is something that I'm still having to teach myself. And hopefully by the end of this tournament, I'm able to learn, essentially. Now, if, I'm correct, then one of the Apophis traps, or if not two, is set here. So we'll see what ends up occurring. So Temple of the Kings is going to go ahead and be placed into the spell and trap zone, and then he's going to use the effect of, I believe this one is the Apophis the Serpent, and he's also going to summon the Apophis the Swamp Deity. So on resolution, Jose is going to fool us here, recognizing that Safwan is going to make the fusion monster, which would be the Divine Serpent Apophis. So you can fusion summon it by using two monsters that mention Temple of the Kings, or by tributing two Apophis monsters. And then once per turn, you can target up to 3 different Apophis traps with different names in your graveyard, and then set them to the field. And then once per turn, if a trap is activated except during the damage step, you can target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. So very, very good interruption card here. Now, as of recording this, this is Thursday, July 3rd, right before July 4th. After I record the last 2 rounds, I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm doing that because it won't be open July 4th. My locals also at Epic is not going to be open July 4th as well. They decided to close, which is fine. That just means I am going to play Master Duel all day because Malice is coming out. So I'm going to have fun building my deck and then playing on ladder. Now, from here, he's going to summon the Merciless Scorpion of Serket, which banishes the Anubis, the Last Judge. This card can be special summoned by banishing 1 level 10 or higher monster from your hand or deck while you control Temple of the Kings, and you can only special summon it once per turn that way. Now, he goes ahead, links off with the Fusion and the Serket to make IP Masquerena. So the reason why you want to keep the man is Apophis monsters as well as Temple of the Kings on field cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while he is face up. So this is going to be very relevant here in the Mitsurugi matchup, because with Mitsurugi's, Murakumo obviously blows up monsters on the field when it's summoned, and if any of the traps are on field, it will not negate, but stop the destruction here. So in the draw phase, I'm assuming he's going to activate prayers, tributing Aramasa to both potentially search and special summon a level 4 monster that he searches. And so Safwan is going to activate, I don't recognize this one. This is neither an Apophis monster, but it is a continuous trap. So let's see if we can look up what this card does. Let's see, monster. So we have a lot to actually look through. Does look like a clay doll, so I'm going to take my time to see what this does. Now it looks like the card will resolve though, so nothing really being interrupted. And in the draw phase, after resolving the Murakumo, he's going to use Aramasa's on-field effect after paying 800 to summon it. Let's see what he ends up doing here. So he's going to chain Imperm. Okay. So Armas is not going to be able to search, and he might have needed that for the Habakiri. Okay, so this card on field is called Statue of the Anguished Pattern, which summons itself as a rock type level 7 earth with 0 attack, 25 defense. If summoned that way, this card cannot be targeted by the opponent's card effects while you control another trap card that is a monster. And let's see. If this card is special summoned from your spell and trap zone to the monster zone while this card is a monster, you can target one card in the field and destroy it. If this card is special summoned from your spell and trap zone to the monster zone while this card is a monster. Interesting. I don't understand what that means, but I'll have to figure out how this card works sometime. If this card is special summoned from your spell trap zone to the monster zone while this card is a monster. I guess whenever it's summoned on field, you can pop a card. That's the best way that I can interpret that. So, let's see. Looks like he had Habakiri already since Saji's in the graveyard, and it added him the Mitsurugi Ritual. Now the ritual is going to activate itself to special summon. Will he negate it with one of the Apophis monsters? We'll find out here. He is going to go ahead and special summon the Apophis, the Swamp Deity, which on summon, you can negate the effects of face-up cards your opponent controls up to the other continuous trap cards you control. So he will be able to negate 2 cards on the field. And this will now go to the graveyard. From here... Oh, did I read this card wrong? Oh, if a card is special summoned, not if this card is special summoned. Okay, never mind. That makes a lot more sense. So Anguish is going to pop the Aramasa here now. So that's 2 interruptions gone. 3 interruptions gone, actually, from Safwan. Can Jose continue? And you can add X here to play around the IP Masquerena. So let's see how this this plays out. A Droll here would be devastating though, and if Droll gets dropped, I'm certain Jose would scoop. However, no, there's no way, right? Because he would have done it on the Habakiri, Saji, yeah. Now, is this card effect once per turn? Oh, you know what? Statue of the Anguished Pattern is not once per turn, which means that the moment he summons the other Apophis, the Swamp Deity, not the Swamp Deity, but the Serpent, he can pop a face-up card in the field. Okay, that's pretty good. Realistically, then, that means this card would be 2 pops, because I think Apophis... The Serpent can set a Apophis trap from the deck that can be activated the same turn. So, if Jose cannot maintain bodies on the field, then it looks like game number 1 will be Safwan's. So let's see how this plays out. I think what's great about the traps as well is that they are level 4s, except for the Swamp Deity, but that's fine. It means that they can also be used with the rank 4 Xyz pool, which is amazing. Alright, I am going to speed this video up. So, IP Masquerena will be activated and resolved in order to special summon the Little Knight, and this is going to be on summon, so X is going to be summoned on field, and now Chainlink 1, X, Chainlink 2, SP. Let's see how this plays out. Now, if it was me, personally, I think I would have added the X instead, but I think I think he'll be okay potentially, depending if he gets to add. So he does. He gets to add the not add, but banish the ice, and now special summon a copy of Sword. And then Sword will be able to add him back a copy of Ice, another copy of X, or maybe even a Star Ryzeal. We'll see though. He's reading the card. So Sword, he's probably reading like, how can I, you know, prevent him from summoning Sword? If there is a Ryzeal monster on field or in graveyard, it gets to summon. So thing is though, is that while Ryzeal is really good at replacing its bodies, if you start knocking them out one by one, it has the same problem as Malice, as if it can't access its what's it called? If it can't access its extra deck, then you know it will crumble. So he does add another copy of Ice. And then when he special summons the Ice here, he can just special summon the Swamp Deity, or not the Swamp Deity, but the Serpent, in order to prevent them from making a rank 4 Xyz. And looks like Jose is going to... Okay, so he doesn't pick up his cards yet. Let's see what happens here. Surely he doesn't know that the trap is not once per turn. Now, is the Swamp Deity once per turn? Nope. That card is multiple times per turn, and it can be activated here. He has to be careful, though, because the SP has to come back, so there has to be at least one open spot in the main monster zone, but I don't think it's going to get that far. Yep. Jose ends up scooping it up, and we will wait for these two to side for game number 2. Alright, so both players starting game number 2. Looks like Jose had activated Prayers. Didn't quite catch what he searched. But he is going to use the Ritual spell to Ritual summon Habakiri. And this is going to tribute a copy of Kusanagi plus the Snake Serpent. So he actually plays Snake Serpent here. I don't remember if I mentioned that in the previous video, but it is surprising to see. Like, yeah, it's a good extender, but it's a brick at the end of the day. I don't think you need it, but hey, you know, do what you will. So he's going to activate the Ritual again to Ritual from deck, and then he's going to Chain Ash. Ooh, talent. Let's see that hand. Please don't draw 2. Tell me you have a follow-up play after this. No. So he opts to draw 2 cards, and Safwan is going to drop the Drolin Lockbird. I wish I could see these players' hands, but it's okay. I think it's a lot of work to have the hand cam, so... Oh! Normal summon node, huh? Okay, well, worst case scenario, you get to make the Detonator, and Detonator is... Oh, he has the Harpies trap, clearly. Okay. Makes sense why he decided to draw 2 then, if this was going to be the game plan. I was going to say Detonator's still pretty good, though. You know, you pop the man. Oh, Jose. Okay. So he immediately activates the Harpies trap. I think he could have waited, though. Man is dead, though. Circuit's dead for this turn. Yeah. So, I mean... Okay, I think he has 2 copies of Ash Blossom in hand. Does Harpies activate yourself as well? Let's see. Harpies, Featherstorm. Negate any monster effect your opponent activates. So no. The man's going to be summoned. He's going to activate the field spell to set here. Let's see. Ash Blossom is activated. Okay. Well, he can't activate the man, right? So it'd be the Temple. That one sets the Apophis trap. And then he sets a card from hand, I believe. And I do believe he can activate him. Actually, no, you would need the actual Temple of the Kings, right? There it is. So he ends up hard drawing it, which is really good in this situation since Harpy's Featherstorm is currently blanketed on the field. It makes me wonder if I should make a sound effect for when he activates the Featherstorm, but I don't think I'm going to do it. Okay, so here's the good news. The good news is that the traps are not negated by Featherstorm, right? So even though they special summon themselves as monsters, they are traps. And so now he'll be able to go ahead and summon the Apophis monsters here in order to go ahead and make the fusion. And the fusion should not trigger, right? But maybe he's going to... Okay, so he's going to run over the Habakiri. It is a 28, and since he negated it with the Serpent... No, not Serpent. Swamp Deity. The minus 800 boost, or nerf, yeah, is not applied on the field anymore. Ooh! We see a normal summon sword, and Safwan no way to respond to this. Awesome, awesome. So we're going to see Jose continue to play here, which is absolutely great. This is what you want to see. Now, can he get access to Kusanagi somehow? Because you can get it off of the Feral Imps, but you can't normal summon anymore. Well, let's see what happens. So X is going to summon itself out in order to dump, let's see, do a drive. And then he's going to go ahead and activate the effect to search, probably getting him a cop. Oh, no, nothing to hand. Okay. Maybe he cited out a copy of Sword, because I know Node's under the Castell, but like, surely you have something here. And I do want to note that right now the Divine Serpent of Apophis has no effect because there is no trap card that's going to be activated this turn. So DUAD Drive is going to be summoned. Is he going to attach here? Yes. Now from here you can add a copy of Ice and Cross and then start shuffling cards back. I would have used the Castell already too so that you can get back the Node. In fact, that probably should have been the start play so that X could actually search a card. But it's okay. We live and we learn. We don't always make the perfect plays, but it's something that, you know, you'll have to keep in mind in the future. I would have at least bounced the Fusion for sure. Because the man by himself isn't going to do anything. So he has a copy of Sword and Cross. No Ice. But that's okay because you don't want to prevent yourself from not being able to special summon by having to discard, right? So, oh, changes his mind, does grab the Ice. Okay. So, I mean, Detonator is definitely coming out on the board. I'm still confused as to why he hasn't used the Castell yet, though. Come on, man. The play is not that hard. Okay. So, he's going to go ahead, bounce the Fusion monster, and then keeps the Ash in hand. Very good. Special summons the Ice by putting away the Castell, and then Detonator is going to attach a monster from the graveyard to itself, being the Ash Blossom. Alright, so that man is going to lose 100 life points, or attack points, so it's at 900, and he's pointing to the temple. Probably explaining the effects here. So, Detonator is going to attack. And this is 31 versus 900. So this is 2k, 22 I believe. And then 26. Can the man not be destroyed by battle? While you control Temple of the Kings, this card... Okay, yeah. No, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. So probably, instead, he should have... well, if the man gets bounced back by Castel, then he ends up being in a worse spot, because then it can normal summon itself, right? Oh, no, it shuffles it into the deck. Never mind. Yeah, then it's probably best to have Castel'd the man. Yeah, that's tough. That man being on board is really annoying. There's a potential that Safwan actually might come back. Ooh. And he ends up drawing, or at least having, the last judge in hand. So let's see. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to add one, the man with the mark from your deck to your hand. So he would have gotten one, but that means he could have started popping with Detonator, right? So if a spell or trap you control is destroyed by a card effect, you can target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. I believe that's only if it is on field. Yep. So he banishes Nib to summon the circuit. And then what's the play here? He overlays for Typhon. Typhon's now gonna bounce this Detonator. Yeah. I think Jose had different plays that he could have made if he had chosen his options properly. Unfortunately, he didn't play this correct. So now Safwan's going to set a card here and then passes. So we see a top deck. It looks like a spell. Okay, so yeah, he scoops it up. Looks like whatever it was not relevant to be able to continue to the game. So congratulations to Safwan for winning round number 4. We will be right back in round 5, the final round.